Here we have the light, in this case the Gloworm XS. It has 2 spot optics with 1 honeycomb optic in the middle, a USB-C port, and a power button on the back. Inside the tray, we've got the power cables for connecting the light to the power pack. The battery, or power pack, features a USB-C port, an OLED display, and molded silicon frame protection. The extra boxes carry our charger, accessories, and a card with some key instructions, including where to find our user guides. In the accessory box, there is a bag of small parts, a Velcro strap for the power pack, and another one for the helmet mount. This is the 35mm QR bar mount. It also comes with an adapter for use on 31.8mm bars. This is the TX remote, which is for controlling the light. It's mounted to the bar using the integrated O-ring. And lastly, the helmet mount, which forms part of the universal mounting system. Inside the accessory pouch, we have our small parts. You'll find things like spare O-rings and bolts, spare optics, a tool to tighten the helmet mount, and the thumb screw that attaches the light to the universal helmet mount, and the universal light mount, which attaches to the bottom of the light. Also included are 2 USB adapters so you can use your own cables with the battery. This one is for USB-C, and this one for USB Type-A. And then we have 3 hex tools. One for tightening the pivot bolt on the side of the light, one for changing optics, and the last one is for changing the mount on the bottom of the light. Finally, the charger, with a country-specific adapter. I'll now talk through the pairing of the TX remote to the light. This is the TX remote. It has button A and button B. You can recognize the 2nd generation TX by the grey buttons. First, we need to open up the pairing window of the light. We'll do that by plugging in the power pack. The button on the back of the light will glow blue, and Pair TX will appear on the OLED display. You've now got 15 seconds to choose the button you want to control your light with. We'll choose button A. The light will indicate the pair by flashing once. You can now control the light using the remote, in the same way you would the button on the back of the light. To turn the light off, hold the button for about 2 seconds. And there you go, TX paired for easy control of the light. I'll now go over changing from single button mode to dual button mode. Single button mode uses 1 button to control the light. Dual button mode uses 2 buttons. Button A for increasing light levels and button B for decreasing light levels. First, you'll need to turn the light on. We then hold down button A and double-click button B. Just to repeat, hold down button A and double-click button B. The light will give a quick flash, and now we can control the light using 2 buttons. Button A for increasing light levels, and button B for decreasing light levels. You can also use either button for turning the light off. To return to single button mode, reverse the process. Hold down button A, double-click button B, and now you're just using button A again to cycle through the light levels. We'll now look at mounting options for the light. First up, helmet mounting. You'll need your helmet, a universal helmet mount base plate, the universal helmet mount, the thumb screw which holds the light onto the helmet mount strap, and the light. We've pre-installed the light with the universal light mount, which mates to the helmet mount. First, we attach the base plate to the helmet using the supplied Velcro. This Velcro is hook and loop on the same side, a little bit different to most Velcro. Slide the Velcro through and loop it back on itself like so. We're then going to pick the best place on your helmet to mount the light. Now pass the Velcro through the vent, wrap it around, and then slide it back through the base plate. Tighten it down, and then lay it back on itself inside the helmet. That gives you a steady platform and it's unobtrusive inside the helmet. Now you're ready for the next part. To attach the light to the helmet, we connect the helmet mount to the light using the thumb screw. So, firstly, slide the light mount into the helmet mount, then secure using the thumb screw. Put the nut on the side and then tighten it up. This is where we bring in the helmet and simply slide the light onto the helmet. Make your final adjustments and you're ready to go. For helmet mounting of your battery, you'd most likely use a Power Pack 5 and our regular length power cable. Alternatively, if you were going to use the Power Pack 10, you'd use the longer power cable and run it down into your backpack, hip pack or pocket. For that, plug the 90-degree connector into the light. Plug the other end into your battery, then run it down into your backpack. It's now time to mount the battery onto the frame. For this you'll need a Gloworm power pack and the battery Velcro strap. The Velcro is quite long and can be trimmed if needed. Feed the Velcro through the loop. Lay the power pack on the frame. Pull nice and tight and lock it down. Now continue to wrap the Velcro around the frame and the power pack, keeping it nice and tight. The more wraps, the more secure it is. Moving on to mounting the light to the bars. For this, we'll need the quick release bar mount. This is the 35mm version, the mounting bolt, and the 3mm hex tool. Firstly, make sure the O-rings are positioned in the correct manner. You'll need one in this small recess here. And you'll need one on the other side, here. Now we simply screw the bolt into the side of the light. About 4.5 Newton-meters of torque is perfect. Once you've done that, it's now time to attach the light to the bars. The best position is low and in the center. Once it clips on, you can fine-tune the direction. Even though the light can be adjusted, it will remain steady while riding. We now connect the light to the battery by clicking the 90-degree connector into the light, running the cable down to the power pack, then plugging it in. Alright, let's pair the Gloworm Link app to the light. First, we'll open up the app. Press the Add Device button, and then follow the instructions. Hold down the button on the back of the light for 10 seconds. The word phone will then appear on the OLED display. Tap Pair Now and the app will detect the light. You can now select the light and start customizing. Just click on the device to start creating your light profiles. We can create a profile by clicking here and tapping New Profile. We'll call it Gloworm Video. So now that I've created a profile, we can start to customize our light levels. The first thing we'll do is adjust the number of light levels. The default setting is 3. I'll add another light level. So now we have 4 light levels showing. We can adjust the brightness and beam type of those light levels. There are 2 options, fixed beam or flashing. With fixed, you can adjust the brightness level. Plus, you can see the runtime at that preset brightness. or you can set the light level to be flashing. In this mode, there are 3 different flashing patterns to choose from. If you want less light levels, remove the unneeded levels like so. If you check out your power pack page, you can see the amount of battery life you've got and some other critical information. If you're not going to use the device on your phone any longer, you can delete the light from the app. The final step is to log out. We have 3 types of optics in the Gloworm range. The clear one is our spot optic. The middle one is our honeycomb optic. And the third is our wide optic. Info on how these affect the beam pattern can be found on the website. It's a pretty simple process to change optics. First, make sure your hands are clean. You'll need to remove the front plate using a 2mm hex tool. We'll lift that off and the protective lens underneath. You can also see that there's a flat seal. Gently remove that. I'm now going to change out the honeycomb optic for the wide optic. Just drop in and reverse the process. The seal lays gently over the top. The protective lens goes back on, followed by the front plate. Be sure to tighten the bolts evenly and only finger tight. Awesome! All done.